Hi, my name is Ernest Nyakwapu from Best of the Best Driving Consult. Thanks for watching my previous video. I'm here to teach on how to drive automatic car. So how to drive automatic car. And nowadays, the automatic cars are more in the system. Majority of our students prefer automatic car than the manual car. Here to teach on how to drive automatic car. So before you even sit in the car, you need to go around the car to check if everything is intact, especially the tires. We have enough air in the tires, so you walk around the tire to check if everything is okay. And then if possible you check the water or the coolant level in your radiator tank or your coolant tank. Then you check your engine, if you have enough engine oil. Then you check if you have enough transmission oil. Then you check if you have enough brake fluid in your car. So after you've done that checks and everything is intact, kindly sit in the car. When you sit in the car, the first thing that you have to do, you have to do safety checks. So if I say the safety checks, these are the things that you do before you start the car. So the terms that the term given to that check is called cockpit drill. So cockpit drills are the safety things you do first before you start the car. So when you sit in the car, first you need to ensure that the doors are properly shut. Check the door if they are properly shut, and make sure that the boots and the bonnet are all properly shut. So in order to know that if the doors and the bonnets and the boots are properly shut, you check on the dashboard. There is a sign. So if you see this sign on your dashboard, then it means that the doors are not properly shut. So after you check and the doors are properly shut, the next thing that you have to do is that you need to adjust the seat to your convenience. So if the car that you are driving is not your car and you're using someone's cars to practice, the person who was sitting in the car before you came or the owner of the car has adjusted the seat to his or her convenience. So when you sit in the car, you also have to adjust the seat to your convenience. So for modern cars, we have 3 adjusters. So one of the adjusters will bring you either forward to the steering wheel or back from the steering wheel. Then we have another one too that will bring you your seat up. So we have another one. Then we have another one, that's the headrest. So you have to make sure that all these adjusters, you've adjusted it to suit your convenience. If not, either you get a back pain or you get a neck pain. So first, let's adjust our seat to your convenience. I'm using the first one, so this one will let you come forward or you go back to adjust it to your convenience. But in order to adjust, you have to make sure that you step on the brake fully down, so you know that if you step on the brake fully, it will be okay for you. So you adjust it. Then after that, you use the next one that will bring your entire body up or down. I want to see my view clearly. So for those that they are very short, make sure that you shift the adjuster up so that your entire body, so if you can see I'm going up, so you adjust. But this one, the adjuster that will bring the car up, it's not all cars that have some. Most cars in Ghana have that too, but modern cars have 3. So you adjust this one to your convenience. Then you check the headrest too. So the headrest too, there's something here. Check the headrest. Make sure that the headrest, there's adjuster here. If it's okay for you, then you are done. So I'll go back a little bit because I'm not okay. So I'll go back a little. So now I'm okay. After you've adjust the seat to your convenience, the next one you have to do is you have to fasten your seat belt. So you have to fasten your seat belt. So I'll fasten my seat belt. This seat belt is a primary restraint system that prevents you from flying through the windscreen if there's an head-on collision. So if there's an head-on collision, this seat belt will prevent you from flying through the windscreen. So if you don't fasten your seat belt and there's head-on collision and the car that had accidents, let's see, the speed that the car was going was 80 km/h. You, the passengers or the driver in the car, you are also going to the same speed. So when the car gets stuck, your body will move. So this one will prevent you from flying through the windscreen. And this thing is designed such a way that when you move freely, nothing is going to happen. But if they say don't collision move, then the thing will lock you so that you not fly through the windscreen. So the seat belt prevents you from flying through the windscreen. So another name for the seat belt is called primary restraint system. So it's called primary restraint system. So the seat belt prevents you from flying through the windscreen. After you are done, you have to make sure that you adjust your steering wheel to your convenience. So assuming that if the steer is too low for you, you adjust it. So either you bring it down or you bring it. If you can see from the video, either you bring it forward or shift it inside. So you adjust the steering wheel to your convenience. So assuming that you sit in the car, realize that the steering wheel is close to your thighs, so that you have to bring it up small. Or if it's far, you have to bring it forward small. So you adjust the steering wheel to your convenience. But it's not all cars that have this feature. So some cars doesn't have. So you have to check that if your car has that feature, then you have to make sure that you adjust it to your convenience. After you make any, but note, anytime you make any adjustment to the seat, it affects the mirrors. So after you are done, you have to make sure that your mirrors are adjusted correctly. So what I used to teach my students is that for you to adjust the mirrors, sometimes it's very difficult for learners because they don't know how to predict that if the mirrors are adjusted properly. So what I do is that I tell them that divide the length of the mirror 100, then make sure that 30% is seeing the body of the car, then the 70% is seen outside. So you have to make sure that you adjust the mirrors. Then the mirrors, we have the passenger side view mirror and the driver side view mirror, or we have the left view mirror and then we have the right view. Then we have the inside view mirror. You have to also make sure that you've adjusted the rear view mirror correctly so that you can see your back. So these are the safety things that you do first before you start your car. So after you've done this, the next thing that you need to do is that you have to start the car. For a learner, what I tell my learner students is that we start the car towards the road. Then we turn it off towards you. So I'm coming to start the car. So when you're about to start the car, you turn the key towards the road. Then when you want to turn it off, we turn it towards you. But if it's a push start button, you step on the brake fully down, then you step on the button. For some few minutes, the car will start. When the car will start, then you are done. So you step on the brake fully down, then you start the car. So I've stepped on the brake fully down, then you start the car. So this is how we start the car. Start the car. Don't be in a haste to move. The next thing that you have to do is that you have to disengage the handbrake. So if I say disengage the handbrake, you bring the handbrake down, so it's engage the handbrake. But it's not all cars that have handbrake. If the car doesn't have handbrake and the car has a foot brake, you step on the foot brake for the foot brake to come up. But my car has a handbrake, so you step on the brake fully down. There is a knob there. You lift it up, then you press on the knob, then you bring it down. So when you bring it down, it's called disengage. When you bring it up, it's called engage. So because I want the car to move, I'll disengage. I'll bring it down. When I bring it down, I'll touch on the gear lever. So this is the gear lever. The gear lever, you have a gear lever, then you have the gear mode. So you have the parking mode, we have the reverse mode, we have the neutral mode, we have the D, we have the 2, then we have the L. So without wasting my time, so you're just going to do move and stop. So you move it from the parking mode to the drive mode, but I'm going to use the gear stick or the gear lever to do that. So I'll exert pressure. This is a Toyota car. Toyota car doesn't have a knob, so I'll exert pressure on the gear stick and I'll change it to D. When I change it to D, the next thing that you have to do is that you want to go. So what you have to do is that you check all the views. So I call it check all round. So you turn on, that's the blind spot. You check your blind spot. You check the left view mirror, you check the windscreen, you check the passenger view mirror, you check here. If there is no car, you show your traffic indicator, then you check again. Then what is the function of the brake? The function of the brake has three functions. First, it aids in the movement of the car. Then 2, it reduces the speed. Then 3, it stops the car. So because I've changed it to drive and my leg is on the brake and I've stepped on the brake fully down, the car is not in motion. But if I take my leg gradually, we are going to get the first function of the brake. So when you take your leg off gradually from the brake pedal, the car will begin to move. So I'll take my left on the brake gradually. Kindly check the building. You see that? Check the building. Can check the when you do. When I take my leg, you will not take your entire leg. You take your toe. When you take your toe small from the brake, the car will begin to move. So I'll take my leg small from the brake so that the car is going. The car is going. So the car is going. So when the car is going, you don't do anything. You just don't do anything. Allow the car to go. But if the speed that the car is going is okay for you, you continue to hang your leg on the brake. Note, never hang your leg on the accelerator. And if you want to stop, you step on the brake gradually. So I'm stopping. So I'll step on the brake gradually. Step on the brake gradually. Step on the brake gradually. So if you want to stop, you don't step on the brake fully down. You step on the brake gradually. Then, so the first function of the brake is what? It aids in the movement of the car. And the second function of the brake, it reduces the speed. And the third function of the brake is stop the car. So because I've stepped on the brake fully down, the car has stopped. Assuming I want the car to move backward, so now I have to change the gear stick from D to R. So I'll shift it to the R. But note, before you change the gear, you have to step on the brake fully down. So I've stepped on the brake fully down so that I can change gear. It's wrong to change gear whilst the car is in motion. So students, learners, please, or beginners, if you want to change gear, you have to make sure that you've stepped on the brake fully down. So I've put in the gear stick on R. So because I've put in the gear stick on R, the car is going to go back. But because I've stepped on the brake fully down, the car is still stuck, or the car has stopped. So if I want the car to go down, if I want the car to go back, I'll change the gear stick to R mode or reverse mode. Then I'll take my leg gradually. So kindly watch. I've taken my leg gradually. You see, the car is going gentle. And I'll check my back. When you are going, you check. So you can see how the car is going. Most of the time when you are reversing, you don't fire. The car, there's a mechanism such a way that when you take your leg on the brake, the car will be going. So you don't do anything to the car. But note, in reversing, the more you take your leg, the faster the car goes. So you have taken my leg fully, because the car is going fast. By reversing, you don't rush. You take your leg gradually. Reversing, you don't rush. You take your leg gradually. Then you check your mirrors. Make sure you're checking your mirrors. You check your mirrors. You are checking your mirrors. You check. Then you check here too. You check your mirrors. So whilst you are going, they are checking your mirrors. Maybe you check, you think it's clear, something might pop up. So whilst you are going, then if I want to stop, I step on the brake gradually. Please, you don't step on the brake once. You don't hammer on it, or you don't press it fully hard. You don't have that. In Ghana, you call it a punchy brake. No, you don't that. So in order to make sure that you step on it gradually. So if you want to go for it too, you change the gear stick from the reverse mode to drive. So then you check your mirrors. If there is no car, you take your leg gradually. You don't rush. Take your leg gradually, and we are watching. But note, if the speed that the car is going, you don't like, it's less for you. That is when you step on the accelerator. The function of the accelerator is to increase the speed. So if the road is flat like this, the car can go without using. So the only function of the accelerator is to increase speed. So currently, I'm at a T junction. I'll tilt myself small. I'm making a left turn. So I'll tilt myself to the left. I'll check my right. I'll check my left. If there's no car, then I start my turning. So you turn gentle. You don't rush. You turn gentle. You allow the car to go. If your car is in the lane that you want to, land, then you come back gently. So now the car is going. I'm not stepping on anything. I'm not stepping on the accelerator. The car is going. But if the speed that the car is going is less, that is when I'll fire. So I want to fire gentle. So accelerator 2, you don't step on it harsh. Fire gentle. Nice one. So the more the gap, the more you find. So if there's a more gap or there is more space, then you fire gentle. So this is how you drive automatic car. So currently I want to stop. So the first thing, I'll watch my mirrors to see there's no car behind me. I'll show my right indicator. I'll pull off to the side of the road, then I'll park. I'll stop gently. So when I'm done, I straighten the steering wheel to its perfect position. So this is how we move or we drive automatic car. So this is how we drive an automatic car. So let me go over again. First, when you sit in the car, before you sit in the car, you go around the car to check its the tires, if you have enough pressure in the tire by you observing. After you check that everything is intact, when you sit in the car, you do your safety checks. That's the cockpit door. You do your cockpit door. After you do your cockpit door, then you start the car. When you start the car, then you disengage the handbrake because you want to go. Then after you disengage the handbrake, if it's automatic car, you exert pressure on the gear knob, the gear stick. But if it's another car, either Sonata, Elantra, there's a knob, you press on a knob whilst you change it to drive. When you change it to drive, you check your left side view, you check your shoulder, you check your front, you check the other side. If there's no car, then you take your leg gradually. When you take your leg gradually, the car will begin to move. When it begins to move, allow the car to go. Then watch the pace or the speed the car is going. If the speed is less, then you start firing gentle. If the speed is okay, you continue to fire. Thank you for watching my video. My name is NS Instructor. Keep on supporting the channel. God bless you. Bye bye.